by now you are getting a bit tired. So can you all stand up? And put your hands out like this and bring them in. Now you can have a seat. I acknowledge the talent in this room. In fact, I feel underqualified because you're running your own businesses. You are running your own hospitals, your own pharmacies. And we're here to move on from the last talk by Austin, which was dealing with cost controls. And we're now moving into pricing. Cost is what you pay other people, and price is what you charge your clients, customers, or patients. So right now, that we know that there are many strategies for setting prices. And I've got a very exciting task for you today. The task is for you to brainstorm in groups about pricing strategies.
Sorry.
So the way we're going to go about it is we're going to be divided into 4 groups. We're going to select a product or service and list as many ways as possible to price it. So we have 2 products and 2 services, which will really excite you because they deal with reproductive health. Okay? And I used to have a professor of embryology. Embryology is the science and study of the development of a fetus from the moment of conception to birth. And he used to say, since most of embryology takes place in the dark, let's put off the lights. We're not doing that right now. Because you need to look at each other. You need to interact with each other. Okay? So now, we've got one group here, another group here. I need another group on this corner of this table. Austin, Pius, move over here. Now we are going to be, each group has to choose whether you're dealing with the pricing of condoms or whether you're dealing with the price of maternity services. You pick one so that we've got 2 groups which are evenly balanced. So I'm giving out these forms while you're deciding which particular service or product you're going to be pricing. So what have you decided over here? What will you be pricing? Okay. Okay, baby delivery. Condoms. So baby delivery and condoms. And condoms. So we have 2 condoms here, so you have no choice.
3 condoms. 3 condoms.
Cannot 3 condoms.
No, you cannot. Because we need to be evenly balanced. I know there are some people who say that if you want to really prevent certain diseases and prevent pregnancies, you put on 3 condoms and swallow 1. But that doesn't work here. So your instructions are to list individually and as a group as many different options for pricing condoms and for pricing delivery services. And the good news is I have a prize for those of you who win. So there are two of you, you're paired. Your group is paired with another group. Yeah.
The scoring will be based on the so that it is also very clear. Is it number of points?
The number of points that you come down here. Okay. I know you're raring to get that right, and you'll get it. Okay, so let's go.
Just for clarification.
Yeah.
You said we have three condoms.
No,
One
no.
maternity. So who's the other person?
We have baby.
Okay.
Yeah. It's two groups doing baby deliveries and two groups doing something. Okay. So now let's look at the groups which were dealing with condoms. What are those groups? Okay. So now, how many did you have? 10. And yourself?
10.
You also had 10.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with this group here. Can you read out what you've got?
Promotional pricing,
Yeah.
cost plus pricing,
Yeah.
break-even pricing,
Yeah.
competitive pricing, penetrative pricing. Yes, Melvin.
Skimming pricing, psychological pricing, sizzling line, which is worse than now, then dumping, and loss leadership pricing.
Now, does the other group have anything extra to comment about their list? Or any questions?
We looked at it. We didn't have the technical.
Yeah. Let's hear them.
So as we used a bit more layman's words, we based it on the cost, perceived value of the condom. We mentioned competition, looked at the market economic status, and use markup based on the buying price, quantity discounts based on economies of scale that you purchase, demand and supply, high demand, low price, and that's what's the culture of the population or the market. Legislation that is put down. Let's be looking at subsidies that have been put for that economy.
Okay. So I think you'll agree with me that these two groups are basically talking about the same thing in different language. So now let's rapidly move over to the maternity services. What did you have?
Under maternity service, we had 12 points.
Okay.
So one of the points is market rate, psychological pricing, legislation driven, proximity to referral hospital, cost of services, market segment, quality of the service in the facility, affordability, demand, competition, consumption of medicine, and the mode of delivery, whether it is C-section or normal.
Thank you very much. Let's give them a clap. And now let's go to the group that really benefit from maternity services, including free ones.
We had 11 points,
Yeah.
and we have type of delivery, that is either it's normal or cesarean, class of the facility, depending on where it's located, length of time in hospital, when we start after this number of days or pay this much, and then the other one was mode of payment, whether you're going to pay in cash or you're going to, you have an insurance cover, level of attendance, how many people are taking care of you while in the hospital, and then number of specialists engaged, whereby maybe you have an example we had in case of cesarean, whereby maybe you also need a pediatrician to have a look at the baby. Then frequency of service, how often have you been served there, and then types of service. We can package in terms of whether it's antenatal care, postnatal, or whatever package you have. Then after delivery services, what other services are we going to offer after that? And then type of admission, that is whether you're going to use the private wards or the general wards, and then finally depending on medication.
Okay, fine. So I've got a few things to add here, which you may not have included. It's like, if you come with your own supplies for delivery, you can get a discount. If you pay in advance, that means in your 6th month, you get a discount. You can prepay. You can refer a friend and get a discount. And you could also get a discount on post-delivery care. And I think one of you mentioned that you can bundle with prenatal and post-delivery services. I think the condoms people, you've got it all covered. So well done. And I think our take-home message is that, for me, is that I've learned a lot from you. And I just want to pick Joyce at the end there to tell us what she's understood about pricing. A take-home message about pricing.
I think what I've learned in the whole concept of pricing is that you don't just price your products. There are many factors that you consider before you do the pricing.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let's give ourselves a clap. The good news is that you're all getting a prize. Okay? So one for you.
Thank you.
One for you.
Yes, yes.
Another one for you.
This is for you.
This for you. For you. Okay, this one is for the birthday boy. Can you bring that very generic pen back here?
Hey, strengths. Yes.
I think this is one session that would be easily bought participants. It's the kind of session where even if it's participatory, you find yourself not inclined to participate actively. But I think Melvin has been able to pull it through in terms of making sure that people really brainstorm and discuss this within the groups, which I think was fine. And then he was also very audible.
Yes.
He has a sense of humor. Yeah, which made everyone to be interested in what we are doing.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Other strengths? Yeah, well.
He had a good introduction,
Uh-huh.
and he gave everyone gifts.
So you like the beginning and the end.
in addition to this, it was a surprise. All of a sudden, quiet, and all of a sudden, everyone is active and appreciating.
Yes.
He appeared relaxed and to be enjoying himself. That was evident.
Joyce?
He had a sign that he was going to dignify their learning when he told them that he's also here to learn from them. That one will make them feel like they are appreciated that we already knew. He's only adding some information.
He actually also checked for comprehension. At the end, when he was asking Joyce to even just say what they have learned from the training.
Anything else? Okay. He began by getting you up, recognizing you've been sitting too long, so that was nice. Validated the group's expertise. He had a transitional statement. I like the fact that Melvin defined the difference between cost and price, just so everybody was on the same page. It's going to be an exciting task, so he raised interest, gave the story, humor, wearing 3 condoms. It's one I hadn't heard before. Checked with the groups to see how they were doing and gave the prizes. Recommendations? Yes?
I think there was a clear issue of time management. At the end of his presentation, he seems to be rushing, and we forgave him because he bribed us with a gift.
Yes.
But generally, in a normal scenario, I think he's a good facilitator. He can pull it through quite well.
Yeah.
I thought he could have made the competition a little more dramatic.
Yes.
But the other part, maybe someone else would have picked. I think the people in the comment, especially the team here, was too technical, and I think all of us were lost. Okay, those who are not done.
Yeah. Yes, Mercy?
He did very well, but at the end, he decided to earn what we've not really done. And maybe if he had thrown it to the other members, they could really have earned it. So he decided to say, these are amending to what you've not written out, without really checking whether the participants are able to earn.
Yeah, Joyce?
I had 2 issues. At some point, he stood there and he was showing joy on his back. At some point whereby you forget that you have a lot of, the participants are well distributed in the room. Then he stands here, joy is like at his back. So I think at that point he should have noted that we are all supposed to be seeing him. The other thing is, when we are talking of the issue of time, whenever you're coming up with groups, you should be clear on what you want people to do. Because if you come and start engaging them on how they divide, you should have come and told us, I want you and you too. Because there was a lot of waste of time when people are deciding where you're supposed to be. And even at that point, maybe it ate up on its time.
Anything else? Yeah, Walter?
I think when, in the middle of the discussion, when acknowledging people's answers, he did it a bit biased. There's only one group he said, let's clap for them.
Yes.
Because of the birthday boy.
Yes, Joel?
The other thing, I felt it was more of group work rather than competitive brainstorming. Because in competitive brainstorming, it has to come out, it's a competition. And it came so much of group, it was more group work.
Yes.
And then we came to the taking on, he just on Joyce, and I think Joyce was not expecting that she was to be called. She has to start now thinking about what basic.
Yeah, one of the problems of asking drawing on one person, is not only do you put them on the spot, but everybody else goes, oh, poor woman, I don't have to think about that. Whereas opposed to, if you had asked that question in general, so what have you learned? How would you summarize what the point of this activity was? Who wants to answer? So everybody would have been accountable for coming up with an answer. Any other recommendations before I jump in here? Okay, and by the way, I think you're all doing a wonderful job. You catch many things I don't see, both good and things that need to be addressed. Okay, it's already been mentioned, don't stand with your back to a half of the group. You may have a cute back, but that's just not the point. This was a competitive brainstorming activity. That meant that everybody should start on time, they should end on time, they should know that they only have a few minutes. So there was none of that. Right? And so if you're going to use competitive brainstorming, then there's got to be a competition. Joel was absolutely right. It was facilitated as small groups. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that wasn't the purpose of this. Let's see. The second kind of group answered the way we really wanted the answers to go. Okay? Not the technical, the highly technical stuff. So, with that thinking, then clearly we need to model before people start. So, for example, what is one way to price? Now, if they said bundling, yes, that's, whatever you, one of the things that you said, that would have been great. Now, if somebody says, what was it, psychological, then you could say, that's a very good answer. It's a lot more technical than what we're looking for here. We're looking for real strategies, not just a category of a strategy, but real strategies. So then you could have helped set people up for success better there. Let's see, and we've already mentioned, not calling on one person to summarize. Okay. But yes, you're fun. You do have to watch your time. All right, are you comfortable with this feedback?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's give them a hand.